is no less than that of Earth. Just a few days ago, two astronauts due to spacecraft malfunction had to make a forced landing on an unfamiliar planet. Although there is oxygen suitable for humans here, there are two suns in the sky. The scorching weather made David just want to fix the spaceship and leave here as soon as possible. But his companion Jack lazily collapsed on the stone, complaining loudly. Not complaining that David's landing position is not ideal, or roast that space food is too disgusting. After speaking, he also casually discarded the already insufficient food. David angrily picked up the food and threw it at him. Reprimand him for not wasting food. If the spaceship needs to be repaired for a long time, they will all starve to death. However, Jack was not convinced. He doesn't think David is qualified to handle him, and threatened that one day, he will become a master, make everyone follow his command. David saw that he was hopeless and had to persuade him to go to bed quickly, because there's everything in the dream. Just then, a strange sound suddenly came from the desolate planet. Jack quickly follow the sound to find it, and David didn't want to pay attention to it. He just wants to fix the spaceship and get out of here. At noon the next day, David is sweating and repairing the machine, but Jack just came back leisurely from outside. This makes David very confused. Where did you go all day yesterday? Jack said he was just going out to hang out, but David found out that the kettle Jack was carrying was actually full. This is not scientific. Such hot weather. How could he not drink a sip of water? David suspects that Jack has discovered the water source, but Jack denied it completely. In dispute, Jack's backpack accidentally fell off. Something in a box caught David's attention. He's never seen before. He quickly brought a microscope to carefully observe. He was surprised to find that this was actually a small forest. The trees inside are smaller than sesame seeds. Seeing that David has already discovered, Jack had to tell the truth. Yesterday he discovered a mini world in a canyon. Then Jack took out another sesame-sized object. Let David observe with a microscope. Oh my god, it's actually a big truck. Then Jack took David to the canyon. He pointed to a clearing in front of him and asked David to come over and take a look. A mini world stands out in front of David. There are houses and streets here, like a human world. Just a small stream in the eyes of humans, becoming their great river, and the weeds have become towering trees. Jack suggested that David take a closer look with a microscope. He was surprised to find that there were even ships and docks here. Jack continued his excited introduction. These little people are very smart and have strong learning abilities. Not for a moment. They can communicate with him using numbers and symbols. What's even more exciting is that these little people will obediently listen to him because they are afraid of him. A giant, as if he were their god. Seeing Jack, who is ecstatic, kind David reminds him, these little people, like us, have lives and souls, shouldn't be oppressed by outsiders. But Jack doesn't think so, and even 1 foot flattened a house. David was so angry that he knocked Jack unconscious, and sincerely apologized to the mini character. The next day, David finally repaired the spaceship, just trying to get Jack ready to go, but Jack is missing. He doesn't have to think about where Jack went. However, when David arrived at the canyon, the scene before him left him stunned. There stands a stone statue of Jack in the canyon. At this moment, Jack proudly walked out. Says this is a stone statue built overnight by many people for him. The scene at that time was quite spectacular. Just like the ancient Egyptians building pyramids. David asked Jack back, since they've done so much for you, so what can you bring to them? However, Jack believes that not taking the initiative to harm them is already the greatest reward for them. David feels ashamed of Jack's behavior, ordered Jack to hurry back with him on a spaceship, but at this moment, Jack had already lost his mind to desire. Not only did he not want to leave, but he also forced David to leave quickly. Don't hinder him from being God here. David advised him, staying here will only lead to loneliness and old age. Suggest Jack to go back with him. Unexpectedly, Jack shot and threatened directly. Under helplessness, David had to return to Earth alone. Watching the departing spaceship, Jack is extremely excited. He loudly proclaimed his supreme rights to the mini people, and smashed the damaged avatar heavily into the mini world. Cursed the mini people to quickly repair the stone statue for him. Seeing the frightened and obedient faces of the mini people, he was so excited that he just rolled on the ground. Suddenly, a strange roar came. Jack just realized two tall giants were standing in front of him. He shouted hysterically, "You can't stay here. Go away. I am the only god here." His shout quickly caught the attention of a giant. The giant snatched him up, but due to excessive force, Jack directly received the boxed lunch. The giant feels deeply sorry, indicates that he did not intend to. He asked his partner, will there be many such little people on this planet? His partner said to him, don't worry about this anymore. Let's quickly fix the spaceship and leave.